Hi everyone. Hi, thanks for joining us. I am Trainer Sierra here at Pacific Animal Productions. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's a little unusual weather outside, but I think it's starting to get a little sunny. Hopefully it's sunny where you guys are. And hopefully you have some beautiful flowers that are blooming. Thought today we could talk about spring and how it's starting to sprung all over the county and all over the world. We have many different flowers here which are really important because some of those flowers turn into really important fruits and veggies, which of course is important to feed us and our animals here at Pacific Animal Productions. So as you are looking around, maybe see some flowers outside your window, maybe take a closer look. You might be able to see the inside of a flower. This is going to be a really important part. The animals we're going to talk about today are pollinators, and they have a special job. When they visit a flower like this, they are going to either be looking for the pollen, which is going to be down here on the outside. You see that orange part? That's going to be the pollen. And they might be looking for nectar, which is another part of a flower. Sometimes on different types of flowers, maybe a little more tubular, I like to call them, a little bit longer. There's many different pollinators all around the world. Of course, we're going to talk about two of them today. They have very special jobs. What other out there? I know we've talked about insects. Butterflies and bees, of course, come to mind right off the bat. Ooh, bat. That's another type of pollinator, which is going to be very important for pollinating nighttime flowers. So let's get into it. I want to bring out our first guest. Now, she's not a butterfly or a bee. No, she's going to be a little bit bigger, and she is going to be looking for the seeds or nuts that come from flowers. This is my friend Carleon, and isn't he beautiful? Carleon is a violet-headed parrot, and he is from the Amazon, from South America, where there are beautiful colors. I do have some very special, oh, look, he's so excited to see you guys. I have some special nuts and seeds, which is one of his favorite treats to eat, but he might be more interested in you guys today. He's hanging out with us. Now, parrots, just like Carleon, they have a special job. They're going to enjoy eating seeds and nuts, also fruit. So he enjoys all the different seeds. Maybe when you guys eat an apple, I bet you find the seeds at the core of that apple, or the seeds maybe in an orange. Now, all sorts of different seeds from different plants. He's going to be looking for those out in the wild, and as he eats all of these different little seeds and nuts, he has a very important job. He's going to take those seeds and he's going to fly away. He's gonna maybe fly up into a tree and enjoy them, or maybe take that piece of fruit back to a nest where he's going to gobble it down, and then, well, if a seed goes in one end, I bet a seed comes out the other end. And guess what? It's got a little bit of fertilizer with it. Oh, speaking of fertilizer.
Jennifer wants to know if he is a parrot or
Yes.
a parrotlet. Is he a big one or a little one?
He is a little one, so he is tiny. He is full grown. In fact, would you guys like to guess how old you think he is? We like to call him Carly for short here at the zoo. He does have a very special name, being Carleon. He's actually named after a very special castle out in Wales. It's also a town. And a fun fact, some historians believe that it might be the castle that King Arthur had with his circle of knights. So he's got a very special name and, of course, a special place here at Pacific Animal Productions.
Well, Kristen Jameson says 28 years old.
Oh my goodness, you have the best guess because it's the right guess. He is 28 years old. Did you just guess, or did you know how old my friend Carly is? Now, he's being 28 28 here with us. He is still a nice, young, handsome man. In captivity, parrots like him can easily live to be 40, if not longer. Now he's got some beautiful colorations, and that's going to help him be able to blend in and camouflage when he is in the rainforest looking for some yummy snacks.
Alistair guessed that one.
Alistair, great job. You guys are so good at guessing. And of course he has that beautiful beak, which is going to help him be able to crack and break down those seeds and nuts. It's very important, as well as his beautiful feet to help him hold on to those branches. Let's take a look. Oh, here we go. Now they're going to spend a lot of their time up in the trees, hanging out with their very large family. How many family members do you think he would have out in the wild? Let's see. Does anyone have brothers and sisters? Maybe one or two. I have one brother. Well, could you imagine having a couple thousand family members? Oh my goodness. I don't know about you guys, but one brother for me is enough. But out in the wild, the more family members you have, the bigger the chance is that you'll be able to keep an eye out for predators.
So 2 questions for us here today, Sierra. Noelle wants to know, why is he so colorful, and how many colors does he have on his body?
Ooh, great question, Noelle. Well, he's going to be really colorful to help him be able to blend into his background. We're enjoying some nice love right here. How many colors do you guys see? Let's count them. Carla,
I see red, and I see green, and blue, and light blue, light green. Oh man, he's like a flower.
Ooh, just like a flower. He's going to enjoy hanging around those beautiful flowers. And so do some of our other friends, our other pollinators. We talked about butterflies and bees and parrots, but another type of pollinator is going to really enjoy finding the long flowers or the tubular flowers like this. It's going to be a type of bird. Let me see. Can you guys help me guess? It has a really long beak, and it flaps its wings really fast. And when I say really fast, I mean hundreds of times in a minute. Are there any guesses?
Oh yeah, Alistair's got it again.
Oh, Alistair.
Hummingbird.
Hummingbird, yes. Hummingbirds are a great type of pollinator. They're going to be looking for the nectar, though. Not necessarily the pollen that is on flowers. They're going to be looking for the yummy juices that are deep down inside, which is why they have that long beak to be able to reach all the way in.
Yep, Parker and Caden also said hummingbird. We got a lot of people on board today.
You guys are so smart, Parker and Caden. You guys are so good. Well, hummingbirds, they flap their wings really fast. Right? Can everyone flap their wings as fast as you can? I can't. Not even as fast as a hummingbird. They like to fly. Well, when you fly, you also use the wind, right? Well, wind is actually a pollinator too. It's not going to be a live animal or an insect, but when the wind blows, it's going to take the pollen from inside a flower and transfer it to another part. This part, that long white part sticking out right there, that's going to be the part that when it's fertilized by the pollen, that's what's going to turn into a fruit or a vegetable. It's kind of like the egg of the flower. That's where the pollen's going to go. So take a look, ready? When the wind blows, did you guys see some of that pollen come off of there? I saw it go floating through the studio here. But when the wind goes by, that pollen goes with, and then it's able to travel to other.
Men, we have it correct.
Yes, good job. Yeah, the stamen or the stigma pollen, where the bees really enjoy that. They get that orange stuff stuck to them. Our next friend, they sometimes get pollen stuck to their face too. These are in, wow, do they love to eat fruit and nectar. So there are many, many different types of bats. I can't even count all of them. But our friends here at Peanut Butter and Jelly, they are going to be known for eating, well, fruit. What's your guys' favorite type of fruit? Comment below, let me know, and then we'll see if you have the same favorite fruit as Peanut Butter and Jelly. Now they have important for helping them find their food. How else do you think bats are going to find their food? I know they're going to use their sense of smell. They're going to use their eyesight, but they have something else they can do. Have you guys heard of echolocation before? I bet you have, because you guys are such smart animal friends. Well, bats do use echolocation. There's actually two different types of bats. There's megabats, and then we have our other bats who are going to rely on echolocation.
Are these megabats?
These are, yes, so they are megabats, and they use echolocation as well as their eyesight. Getting ready to fly around, they are going to make clicking noises. Can you guys make clicking noises with your tongue? So many different noises, and they actually have a different dialect. So bats out in the wild are going to have large family groups, and as they're in such a big family, they have different dialects or different ways to talk. So when you talk here in California, someone in Texas talking, or in Louisiana, we all have a bit of a different sound to our voice. That's the same thing for bats. They are able to communicate with different clicks and noises. Now, that sound they make with their mouth, or sometimes with their wings, is going to travel out, and it's going to bounce off of something, and it's going to come back to those big ears that they have, and they're going to be able to know exactly how big it is, or maybe even closer to something. It's going to click, 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 click more and more and more until they know they are right in front of it. And a lot of the times that's going to be a big fruit tree.
Well, we have a really smart friend here. Stephanie says it's a lot like dolphins. Or I guess that was Cameron who said that.
Oh, well, Stephanie and Cameron, yes, dolphins use echolocation. A lot of different marine mammals. Also, beluga whales with that great big huge melon they have on top of their head. That's going to help them be able to pick up those noises when they come back. That's great, guys.
We have a lot of people telling us their favorite fruit.
Let's hear it.
Strawberries are the winner, and also watermelon, peaches. We have all kinds of fruit. And we also, Leandra wants to know if they eat grapes.
Leandra, grapes are one of their favorite snacks. They love grapes and watermelon and apples and bananas for sure, mangoes. Honestly, they love being able to chew them up and gobble them down. It's their favorite thing to eat. And let me tell you, they eat a lot of it. They eat twice their body weight every night. Oh, how much do you guys think these guys weigh? I'm going to tell you. They are pretty light because they have to fly. So they literally weigh less than half a pound. You can see them folded up right here. Bats actually have, and in between each of those fingers is a very special type of skin. Or if not, go back and watch our sugar glider video because it's called patagium. It's a very special, very, very thin piece of skin, which is going to help them be able to fly and dive and swoop. They are very agile. Bats are magnificent. Also, bats are one of the most important type of pollinators that only bloom at night. Only at night. So when they're flying around with those big eyes looking for something to eat, they are responsible for getting a hold of those flowers that are only awake at night. Peanut butter and jelly here.
We have a question, and it's a great question. Do they lay eggs?
Very good question. They do not lay eggs. So they are a mammal. A very special mammal because they're the only type of mammal that has suspended full flight, being bats. So they actually give birth to live little baby bats, and those little babies are going to hang out on their bellies right here. Now, the people aren't going to ever have any babies, but the belly of peanut butter, the bat is going to hang on for about 7 weeks or so. And once it starts to get nice strong, to then start following around and foraging. it's solo. He is able to live on his own, but that doesn't mean he will leave his family, because just like Carly, bats have huge families in the thousands easily. Very, very large families. Being a pollinator, they have a lot to do, a lot to see and to eat, to help all the different farmers around the world to pollinate different flowers, to turn into our beautiful produce, which again comes back to over the world and of course us. Now, I do have 2 activities for us to do. You guys can print them out and do them later. I want you guys to help our different pollinators find where they're supposed to go. So what are they supposed to find to eat? What are they going to help us be able to pollinate? So you can draw a line back and forth across. And then Peanut Butter needs you guys' help to find his dinner. So go ahead and do this maze. Help our bat find his delicious fruit dinner. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing, and so glad you joined us to learn alive today. It's time to go, but a special thanks here from Pacific Animal Productions. I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day, and check out some flowers outside. Thanks, guys.